What's up, guys? Slightly different setting to our usual, but I want to talk to you about mainly Bitcoin and why it's okay to be scared in these markets. You know, we're all getting into Bitcoin for similar reasons. We're all getting into the blockchain world for similar reasons, and it can be pretty terrifying. It can be pretty sort of scary, and there's always going to be times of fear, doubt, and uncertainty in these markets. But as long as you are always investing logically and you're making logical decisions, you're not having any irrational, emotional decision-making processes, then you should be in a good space. And it is scary, but that is what crypto can be like, guys. Crypto can be a very scary space. So we're all here for the same reasons. We want to achieve some sort of financial freedoms. We want to be location free. We want to just create some sort of generational wealth, or to maybe just create a better lifestyle. Maybe we want to be able to buy nice things. Maybe we want to be able to support people we love. So at the end of the day, crypto is in a bit of a daunting place. And when we see the coins go down 20, 30, 40%, a lot of our portfolios are just being absolutely depleted. And it is a scary feeling. It's not nice. I remember actually in my first ever, I entered the space in 2020 for cryptocurrency. And I was screwing up so many times. And I've learned those lessons now, and I will absolutely, allocate these kind of lessons to the next cycle. So when we hit that next bear market cycle come 2025, 2026, and we hit those bear market lows, when we actually, from an SEO perspective, when we hit those lows, Google Trends you can use, for example. If you just type into Google Trends right now, I guarantee, just type into Google Trends, a keyword like Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, even meme coins, even altcoins, and you just look at that data right there, which is a reflection of human behavior, you will see we are at all-time pretty much lows. We are in a lull in the market. We are absolutely in a bear market, and people will tell you that this is bullish right now, what's going on, but we're just consolidating. So it might not feel amazing where we are. You can use tools like the relative strength index to help you sort of time your buy-ins. You can use tools like Google Trends to help you time your buy-ins as well. And I do that quite a lot, actually. So how can you make yourself feel better about the future of blockchain right now? Well, for example, look at this, guys, by the way. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? This is Sentosa in Singapore. It's actually, I think it's like a man-made place, so it's not like 100% legit, like natural, but yeah, pretty cool. So what you can do is just look at how far we have come. One thing I always advise people never to do is to FOMO into these environments, because they're volatile, they're risky. Nothing is guaranteed, and when you've got the whole market, including articles, including web sources, influencers, Twitter, the whole lot telling you to buy, you're effectively FOMOing in, and you've got to be a contrarian investor, and that means you have to buy when the market is at those lows, when the market is disgusting, when it feels like the absolute most abhorrent wrong thing that you could do. That is most likely the best time to actually be purchasing your choices, right? Your crypto choices. Maybe you just need 5 to 10 good coins, which could take you a long way. So I think that's one thing for sure. Crypto can be scary. It can shake you out. And I'll tell you a big mistake that I made in 2020 when I bought my first Bitcoin for, it's weird because I actually took a big risk. I bought Bitcoin in the COVID crash in March 2020. And I bought Bitcoin for about $4,000. I held it on. But my problem was I kept on selling and rebuying. Every time I got shook out $1,000. I wasn't used to the volatility. I couldn't accept emotionally that this is what's going to happen. I'm going to see my portfolio go up 20% in some weeks and then down 20-30% in some other weeks. So I had to accept that was going to happen, but it took me a long time. So short term, your gains that you're compounding might look pretty rough, but when you actually zoom out over time, as long as over the 2, 3, 4, 5 year period you're in some sort of green profits, that's always a good thing. Another thing is when people tell you not to sell. I think you need to get used to actually taking some sort of profits in these markets, because these markets are designed for you to do so. Right now they're very illiquid. We're not seeing much retail money FOMO in. We're not seeing a lot of fresh liquidity come in or new wallet holders, which is quite boring, and that's why we're consolidating in a lull. Market makers are switched off, volume bots aren't really operating. we haven't really got micro bots operating, and people aren't really FOMOing. There's nothing really happening. And again, that reflects all over your on-chain data. You look at your relative strength index, it's all sitting pretty low. There's not any greed in the market. Things are boring. But always remember that in times of fear, it's a good time to be greedy during a bull run environment. So we are in a bull run on the macro, but within this very short term period, we are in a slightly bearish phase. We're having our first 20, 30, 40% correction. And the thing is, if you go back to 2014, 2017, 2020 cycle, you're gonna say we had 40, 50, 60% corrections. And people cried, people were going crazy. People were getting shaken out, people were scared, people were selling in losses. But guess what? That's normal. And the reason is because of one thing only, and that is human beings. The psychology of a human being does not change. Go back centuries, and fear and greed has operated within markets, you know, more tangible markets, such as, say, fishing markets. Fear and greed has always existed, and it's never going to end. So what you see on a chart is just a reflection of human behavior. And I guess it is quite interesting. We're going to flip to the side for a little bit. Yeah, pretty cool over here. Some people doing like some dancing and stuff. So exciting things in the market. MicroStrategy accumulate another $700 million worth of Bitcoin. There's also a bunch of crypto bros that want to crowdfund their very own like Bitcoin / crypto related country, which I find absolutely bizarre. But I do think we're in a good place to kind of reevaluate, assess, zoom out, look at your options. Which coins are down now 60, 70, 80%? And maybe it's a good time to dollar cost average in, reduce your entry, and then next time things go up, make sure you start taking those profits, because it's your money at the end of the day. Just because someone says hold or don't sell, or, you know, diamond hands, blah blah blah, all these terms, just ignore them. It's up to you what you do. If you want to sell when you want to sell, if you want to take 20% profit, then do it. Don't be worried about the opinion of someone else. Just have your own strategy, make sure you follow a plan, and keep on selling in some sort of tranches. We're just going to walk over this bridge, I think this is Flower Island jellyfish. Oh, so yeah, we're going to take a little walk over this bridge over here. Now, what else can we say? I am sweating my tits off right now. I guess, yeah, it's normal to be scared, guys. That's just what I want to sort of illustrate. And it doesn't look great. And actually, for me, I hold quite a lot of stables, but I do hold a lot of crypto too. However, when the markets are booming, when they are flying, I try to resist actually FOMOing in. So I will not chase the green candles. I will always try to dollar cost average when things are, wow, it's a bit rocky, this bridge. I'll always dollar cost average only when the markets are down. Use those moments of extreme fear. You can use the crypto sentimental indicator, type into Google something like crypto fear and greed index, and you'll end up seeing that we're in the fearful environment. So thank you. As long as we're in the extreme fear and the fear, it's a good time to dollar cost average. Oh guys, look, it's actually quite a lot of fishing. Look at this. Very nice. Not the clearest water, but still a lot of aqua life in there. Might see a jellyfish. What else can we talk about whilst we're here? Same applies to altcoins. If Bitcoin is down 30 to 40%, whoa! Oh my gosh! These fish have just, I need to save them. What? Go. Come on, get back in. Oh wow, this guy is. What the heck just happened? Yeah, let's. Come on. He needs to flip himself back into the ocean. There he is. Basically, this giant fish just tried to eat all of these fish and they shat themselves. Oh my god. Look at that. They've got fish in there. Oh. Pretty cool. Right. Anyhow. Yeah, being scared in the markets is normal. But there has to be some sort of, I would say, resilience as well. You don't want to be irrationally selling, buying. Accumulate when you can, and that should be enough overall. Bitcoin, when you look at the 1.618 Fibonacci extension, And if you look at our corrective phase, we've already come down to our golden 0.618. Now the 1618 Fibonacci's does suggest like price ranges between $120,000 and $140,000, which I actually think is very realistic. We've got to be pragmatic here. We've got to set the expectations realistic, because if you're always seeking euphoria, 10 to 100x sort of nonsense narratives, which they usually are for larger market cap projects or coins or tokens like Bitcoin especially, because realistically you're not going to 10x Bitcoin from these current levels, you're never going to really start taking profits at sensible levels. So yeah, I would say things to consider: use Google Trends to check for the overall market volume, what retailers are searching for at any given time. If you type in, for example, cryptocurrency or Bitcoin to Google Trends, and you look at the price action of Bitcoin or crypto, when you see Bitcoin going to an all-time high, you'll also see reflected on Google Trends the chart doing basically the same thing. Why? Because humans are typing into Google Bitcoin or crypto, and as a result you're seeing this fresh liquidity come in the market, which is printing green on Bitcoin. So it's all very much tightly correlated in that sense. So it's okay to be scared. Maybe not many people will say this, but there are times that even I get scared still in these markets, and I just worry that my positions will get completely washed out. And I've made quite a lot of losses in this kind of bull run already, and it's the next market cycle which will make the difference, because bull runs can make you money with very high risk. However, bear markets can make you generational wealth with a much lower risk, because you're buying at the bottom, you're buying extreme fear, you're buying the very, very big liquidity accumulation zone, and it could be the right time. So now is not that time to put all your life savings into crypto, but the next bear market will be. So if you want to learn these indicators, if you want to get in on the secrets to know when to accumulate crypto at the right times, if you also want to get some nice futures trading signals, check out the Patreon group down below. So yeah, the moderators in the VIP Patreon and the Discord will help you guys with anything you need. I'll also be there to help you. We are providing signals every single day as well. MEXC, KSEX links down below if you're getting into crypto, or if you're just unhappy with your current exchange, you can use those because they'll help you save money. Fantastic taker maker fees, which are really, really good. So yeah, you'll save money over time with lower fees. That basically means the exchange is going to take less money off you just for using it and trading and placing orders through their books. But yeah, guys, it's okay to be scared. Bitcoin sitting at 63k right now. Tell me how that's a bad thing. Can you tell me how 63k is a bad thing when we are up from $17,000 in 2022 when we were in that bear market bottom? And another thing I want to say is when we are in these bear markets, something called black swan events occur, and these are things that you can't control. So if you think about it, we had in 2020 we had COVID, so that was a black swan event, and it sent the markets to literally rock bottom, the lowest we've ever seen. If you look at, for example, the weekly time frame on TradingView for Bitcoin, and you go to the relative strength index, you'll see that we haven't hit sub 30 on the RSI for an insane amount of time. And that sub 30 RSI level, and you can apply it to larger coins as well. You can apply it to Ethereum, you can apply it to Solana, you can apply it to any of the top 20 sort of tokens. When they hit that sub 30 RSI, that's when you can really start buying, especially on that weekly time frame. You'll see Bitcoin only does it once a year, like black swan events. And the ones we had in 2022 bear market were the FTX crisis, and then we had Terra Luna Classic. So these really catastrophic things happen that nobody can control in the crypto markets. But what they actually do is, when they're creating this complete sense of, oh my gosh, crypto's dead, crypto's a scam, it's all over, they're actually creating what I want to call a once in a lifetime buying opportunity. So next time we're in a bear market in 2025 or 2026, 2027, and you see the most horrific news, someone goes to jail or someone's just doing the most shady sort of shit, and the whole news and media is once again saying it's a scam, well, that's a buying opportunity. And the other thing to think about is that these websites, these media sites that are covering the bearish news, it only costs like $600, $700, $800 to get an article written up. So if the whales, the smart money, and the people that control the markets, which is a very small circle of people, by the way, got to think about it, all the centralized exchanges in the crypto space, there's lots, right? But only a small handful of Chinese CEOs, VCs actually own all of the exchanges in the crypto space. It's not hard for them to start pushing out messages to people. Oh look, we now need to go get some negative news out there and FUD the entire market. And it only takes that. And then what happens? Influencers and Coles start talking about also the bearish scenarios. Then you get also retail FUDding even more and more. And it's just this big snowball effect of fear and capitulation, and then sales go through. So it's all planned. It's the big plan. It's the big plan. So it's the classic 2 to 3 year bear market, 1 year-ish on a proper bull market. So yeah guys, that's a reminder to always just accept that it's okay to be scared, but try not to be too irrational and let the emotions invalidate your logic. And yeah, we're in a great place, although it was quite scary to see our first 30 to 40% correction. Anyways guys, if you're new here, smash the subscribe button, like, comment, get yourself down below into Jacob's Crypto Clan, the Discord, where we will help you learn how to trade. And yeah, thanks for watching. If this is not financial advice, see you soon.